Practice is intense this week. You know, there's always that great chance of going out there and playing for the championship, and oh man, it's pretty exciting.
One more second here. There we go. That's better. All right, and so what have the tensions been like this week? You know, what are you guys like focused on a certain aspect of your game?
No man, we're all around. We're waiting on this win, so we gotta, in practice, we've been focusing on everything. I mean, because we gotta pull out stuff. We gotta pull out everything. So, because it's a tough team, so we gotta make sure everything's there and everybody knows their keys.
So, what are some of Adam Central's strengths that you guys are looking to stop this week?
Their wings and, of course, their fullback. I mean, he's a big kid, but I mean, if we bring our defense together, we can do it.
Yeah. All right. And what would a win and a conference win like that, conference championship win, mean to Woodlan?
Oh man, another conference championship, that'd be great, man. 3 years in a row, 4 years this time, and man, it'd be lovely. Great feeling.
And do you have anything else? Do you have any questions? No?
How are you going to tackle Schultz?
We're going to break down and tackle him.
Have you had any tackling stations on him?
You mean like in practice? Not like specifically him, no. We just have tackling stations, period, regardless of who we're playing. Because, I mean, regardless of Schultz, he's a big back. So, I mean, he's running, but we have Macklin and the other kid to worry about. So that's our biggest keys because they're pretty shifty.
Well, it's definitely an intense week for us. I mean, we've been here 3 years in a row now, and we're back to playing on their field, which we went and beat them on that last second play 2 years ago. So it's definitely a big week for us, and we're making sure that we're well prepared.
What would a win this week mean? Obviously, it's a conference championship, but
yeah.
You know, what else would it mean?
To our school, I mean, see, first time we haven't won it since probably 20 or 30 years before the first time we won it 2 years ago. And to win it 3 years in a row would be a big thing for this town, this community, and our school. And, I mean, we just want to go out, play hard, and play our game.
So Guerrant was saying this will be the 4th year in a row, right? Or is this the 3rd year?
This will be the 3rd year. We didn't win it our freshman year.
Gotcha.
We won it our sophomore year.
Gotcha, sorry. Okay. And I guess I misunderstood that. So what are some of the keys you're looking at to be able to beat an AC team, tough AC team?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're an all-around good team. We're going to have to come out and play strong like we have been all season. Last 2 weeks ago, I mean, we kind of fell off, didn't play our game, had a lot of turnovers offensively. Last game we had a couple turnovers. We just got to eliminate those, come out, and we got to take care of the ball offensively and hold them to 1 or 2 touchdowns defensively.
Okay. And offensively, what are some of the things that you guys have been keying on their defense?
Well, obviously our pass game, especially at the beginning of the season, was a big threat to other teams, and our run game has definitely taken over the past few weeks since our pass game hasn't been as great as it has been. So I think if we can get a good mix of our passing game and our running game, I think we'll be just fine. Okay. And do you have any questions for him?
How are you going to limit the turnovers against AC this week?
As a quarterback, obviously, not throw the ball away and not throw any picks like I have been lately. Take care of the ball and make sure we're just getting some easy completions. And as running backs, with our backs, we've been fumbling a little bit, but, I mean, it just takes drills and practice to cut that down, so I think we'll be fine.
Well, I think it's important for our school and community that if we can win this game to get the conference title 3 years in a row. But, however, talking like that, we realize it's not the end of the world. We've had a good run, and we haven't had the run we wanted in the state yet. So they realize it's a big game Friday night, but it ends and goes on. Last couple of years, Adam Central, we beat them for this. And I know last year they had a good, I think both years they had a good run in the playoffs. 2 years ago we did and got beaten in semi-state, but we got upset by South Adams last year, second round. So we realize the importance of it, but we also realize it's not the end of days.
All right. And what are some of the things you got to key in on to be able to pull off a win against an all-around AC team?
Well, obviously AC goes as their fullback Schultz and Macklin go. And their quarterback is deceiving. He doesn't have great stats, but he can throw the ball and run the ball well. And their offense is really quite potent, so we feel like we're going to have to slow them down. Their defense has gotten better throughout the season. They're on a good run right now. We're struggling a little bit on scoring. Our passing games went dead the last 2 weeks, and we hope to revive that this weekend. If we revive it, we'll be okay offensively, but it's going to be a dogfight to the end. Neither one of these teams are going to tap out. We'll be playing to the last second.
All right, and well, what would a win do to kind of propel you guys into the playoffs since this is the final week?
Well, we do treat this like a playoff game, and that's what's been enjoyable about the last 2 years, that the last game's like a playoff game. So our draw was not the most difficult. I mean, we had to come out and play, but we got in the better half of the draw, so we realized that this is a big game, and we can concentrate on that and then come back and try to play well and get to the advance in the sectional.
All right. And do you have any questions for him?
How are you going to get the offense to move against AC's defense?
Well, I tell you what, when we're clicking with our passing game, it's hard to cover. We got 4 really good receivers. It's hard to cover them all up. And if they do cover them all up, that means they have to empty the box. And when they empty the box, Jack Rhodes is a good running back. So that's clicked for us all year. But when it's not clicking, we end up in a dogfight. And 2 weeks ago we got beat by LCC, and we threw 4 picks. They did throw 3 big touchdowns on us, and that's made us switch our secondary a little bit. And then last week we went through for 65 yards. So we came out the second half, and I just realized that we're just not going to throw it well. I mean, JD's just in a slump or whatever, and we had one guy drop 5 passes. So we just ran the ball the whole second half and luckily could keep the lead. So we can run the ball on people and we can pass the ball on people, but we have to be at full tilt to be able to do everything. That's the one advantage our team has over most of the teams in the conference is we can do both. We can pass and run. So if one of them is taken away, we're in trouble.
What have you been telling Durkes to get out of this slump? Like, 'cause I mean,
it's like anybody else. Last week, maybe if he didn't get those drops, he might not have been out of the slump. And all those were in the first half. And normally we make those catches and some of our quick passes, maybe we'd have broke one or whatever, and they would have been out of the slump. But he understands that he's the captain of the offense and he's the general, whatever you want to call, and it's more than just completing passes. It's getting the reads and checking off the runs, and he does that. So we've just worked this week on it's not like a golf swing or something. You just go back to basics and throw the ball and have our guys catch it and see what happens.
All right. Anything else? All right. Thanks, Coach.